Wow. Okay. So, I honestly thought that last video was going to be my last, and maybe it'll still be like the second to last, or I don't know. It was sadly my most wildly successful video so far. Previously, I'd seen I had maybe like 200 to 400 views on a video, and that got probably like 10x that, which still I understand is like a modest video at best. Probably not even. But for my channel, that was a lot of views. And I even got new subscribers, so welcome to the channel. Um, Honestly, it was the new subscribers and some of the comments that said keep going, where I decided to make another video. Just seemed like maybe there's no point to have new subscribers and not put out any content. So I guess this is like a follow-up video that may lead to continuing the channel, may not. I don't really know what I would transition to at this point because, Crow has been a big focus. And I guess I could still focus on Crow if that's what the community wants. There is definitely a big Crow community. Um, but I feel like a lot of it would just be like anti-Crow sentiment now. And I don't want to be unfair just because, it's left a bad taste in my mouth. I try to still be impartial. I guess I could still cover it, and if there's anything good, obviously cover that, and maybe even hop back in, or if there's anything to hop back in with. I don't know. Let me know if there's a direction that you guys want to see the channel go. I can't just do, you can only really do one lost porn video, because you lost everything, right? But that being said, this, video, I did want to just cover um, the unburn that sparked my loss of confidence and what I ultimately feel like will probably be the downfall of crypto.com and the Cronos coin. Um, is there's the unburn that was announced with very little other news. It was a lot of silence from the team. No clarification. A lot of people asking for an AMA, some details on how the money or how the new supply is going to be used. Speculation about that, like all sorts of stuff. Impossible is to ignore and yet silence. And then Chris Marszalek, the CEO of Crypto.com, when he did break his silence, he basically told us to go F ourselves and, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out, which was pretty shocking. Up until now, he's been really reserved. He just kind of is like, hey, invest from first principles. If a project's good, invest. And we're growing, we're doing all this stuff, which honestly, I really liked. It was kind of a no, like a no frills kind of thing. Like, hey, look, we're a good project. I think we're a good project. You should be investing in good projects. And in the past, when the community has been really outspoken about stuff, they have paid attention and adjusted if it was just overwhelming community reaction. They have course corrected before. So for him to just have this, probably the biggest backlash in the history of the company, met with a complete 180. If you don't like it, sell. We're doing this. I don't know if he's just at the end of his rope and, desperate times, stress, all of the above, none of the above. I really don't know. I can only speculate, and I don't want to speculate too much because my guess is as good as anybody else's. Like, you can come up with your own theories, but the underlying fact is he really aggressively basically told us as aggressively as a professional can to go F ourselves. Which hurt. You're already licking your wounds, and there's, as bad as it is, you kind of still have that like little last grain of hope, like something where like maybe there's details that really will affect the overall picture, or something. And instead of getting that detail, he just comes up and kicks the horse. And, you know, that's just adding insult to injury. And I don't know if anyone felt the same. There was a lot of, there's always going to be perma bears, perma bulls, a mix of in between. But when you looked at the reaction to the community, a lot of people were like, "Yeah, you tell them, Chris, strong leadership. Finally, you're a no nonsense guy." And I was really shocked by that. I was honestly surprised how the CEO of a company can tell the base of its support to go F itself, and people react positively to that. Um, So it was confusing. I don't know if they really are paid shills, like the popular influencers that just will are paid to support it. I really don't know, or if they really think like, hey, maybe this is maybe it is just like the face card, like how it shows. Like maybe that's just at the face of it is like the value. Maybe they really just do appreciate strong leadership. That seems maybe that is a wave of what's coming through our country right now is we just like strong leaders, maybe even dictators, if you look at El Salvador. But I don't know. Again, I'm confused. I'm still reeling. It really, I don't. The only reason I put out another video, for me, 3 days later is so soon, because I don't like to do videos if I don't have something real to say. I felt like, hey, if I hit the algorithm, maybe try to stay in that, if this video gets the same, even somewhere similar views, interaction, then I'll stay here. I'll keep giving you guys my thoughts, my ideas. I'm fluid to pivot to something else. I've in the past I have covered like DPIN projects, a lot of other altcoins, which honestly like still seem really pointless to cover right now because just Bitcoin dominance is just still the key player right now. We have had no real altcoin season. This has been like just a crazy season, which I think really squeezed a lot of people. Which maybe is why Lost Porn is so popular. I mean, I admit it myself. I kind of do like seeing. I don't know if I like seeing it. Like I don't. It doesn't make me feel better, but you feel like you're at least in good company where you're not the only idiot to have made mistakes, right? Like, and I see the comments. A lot of people calling me an idiot. Like that's fine. I'm in the same boat. Like you're not saying anything I'm not thinking. A lot of Bitcoin maxis saying like, "Hey, you should have just invested in Bitcoin," and I get that. I've been a Bitcoin maxi in the past, and honestly, um, when you're a Bitcoin maxi, and I've heard it said before, I forget where, but it's like you see the altcoin season in the past cycles, and Bitcoin is the safe harbor, but the altcoin gambling casino, it just looks like during a real true altcoin bull run, you you just can't go wrong, and you did 10x returns of being in Bitcoin, and it's like you're in this room, and you can see in the other room like through your window there's this like crazy party going on that you're not a part of, and um, I've done that a couple cycles now, and you dip your toes in, oh, okay, altcoin season, and it's you're not supposed to say it's different this time, but it has been different this time. And even like trying to choose a safer altcoin, like not even like the Trump coin or Melania coin or something, like you're still in the top 50, right? Like Crow coin maybe falling out or whatever, but you're still kind of in the top 50. You feel like there's a solid fundamental thesis, like yeah, okay, like okay, maybe I'm just justifying now. And I've said it all before. It's whatever. I felt like it was a calculated risk. But yeah, should have just stayed with Bitcoin. That seems to have been the actual winning move. Hindsight's 2020. Again, it is what it is, and yeah, maybe going forward. I don't know. I really don't know. But Yeah. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I didn't really sit down and plan this out. So I probably just stopped randomly, but I'm gonna go back to what I wanted my original point to be is I feel like a lot of people are kind of also in the Crow community, they're also responding to the recent price appreciation. Like there was kind of a 20% pump in Crow, and it's confusing that that would be a response to a dilution or the increased supply. And just my quick thoughts on that is the overall market has been a little bit favorable for a bottom or what looks like a local bottom. And a lot of people who want to exit the project, like me included, you need to wait for a 28-day unbonding period if you're staking on DeFi, maybe longer if you're using the Crow for the debit card, which is a huge use case scenario. That could be as long as a year unstaking period. You need to wait possibly a year if you took advantage of that 20% Crow lockup staking period in the app. So there could be a lot of reasons why the real sell pressure won't be coming for a little bit down the road. You know, I'm not sure what kind of price action will happen between now and then because yeah, it could go up because reasons could one thing's for sure, it's going to go up, down, or sideways, right? But I don't think that the people who want to exit their positions are just market selling right now. And if you're seeing this price pump, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. This isn't financial advice for entertainment purposes only. I don't know anything. I blew up account. So my guess is that there will be more sell pressure coming. And if it hits at the same time as the dilution schedule, which is like $1 billion a month for the next 5 years, it could get pretty nasty. So that's my thoughts. Them's the cards as I see it. Hit me with your best insults.